Harrison Squire Lumber Fuel and Supply needs a little more fence and gate. Here's what we're going to use: a cutting mat, some 1/16 inch styrene rod from Evergreen Products, some tool fabric, some music wire, cyanoacrylate adhesive, and styrene cement. You'll want to gather these tools too: a hobby knife with a fresh number 11 blade, a metal straight edge, wire cutters, and a scale ruler. Here's the opening that we're going to close up with a fence and a gate. Cut a piece of styrene rod to fit exactly in the opening. Use the diagonal lines on the cutting mat to help you find the center line of the rod. You can cut the rod with the score and snap method, where you just cut a little bit into the rod and snap it, and it breaks where you made the initial cut. Measure and cut another piece of rod exactly the same length. These will be the top and bottom of the gate. I want to have an 8-foot fence and gate, so I'm going to use the scale ruler to measure the next piece. Cut another piece of rod exactly the same length, so you will have two sides of the gate. It's time to glue the pieces together. Use the lines printed on the cutting mat to ensure you're joining the pieces at perfect right angles. We'll use some music wire to make a stiffener for the gate. We'll secure it with cyanoacrylate adhesive, which is commonly referred to as CA, or you will maybe know it as super glue. Be sure to wear eye protection when you're cutting the wire. For this project, I'm using liquid CA. It's also available as a gel, but for this, the liquid works better. Assembling the fence part is even easier than the gate. Just make sure that the joints are square and that the side pieces are long enough to go inside the layout to support the fence. Flip the gate over so you have a flat surface on which to install the tool. Make sure that the fabric is lined up correctly so you have some straight, good-looking fencing. You can easily acquire tool fabric at an arts and crafts store in the wedding section is where I found this lifetime supply. I think it cost me like $5. I know that the tool is not exactly scaled to HO. It's a little bit too big, but it has the look and it works for me. I've found that putting a drop of glue onto the music wire and then putting it onto the fence works out a little bit better than trying to dispense it directly from the tube. Don't ask me how I found this out. As you can see, it's not a perfect method, but it gives you a lot more control than just trying to squirt it out of the tube. And control is super important when you're working with CA. After you give the CA a little bit of time to dry, go ahead and flip the piece over fabric side down and get your straight edge and your knife out, because we're ready to cut. Put the straight edge close to the poles, leave a little bit of room for the blade, and hold it down firmly, because that pressure is going to keep the piece from moving while you cut. At least that's the idea. Make sure you cut in one motion, and this is why you need to get a fresh blade for this project. Again, this is one of those things where you just shouldn't ask me how I know this. Just trust me, use a fresh blade. I'm right-handed, so I use my left hand to put a lot of pressure down on that straight edge to hold that tool in place while I cut. And again, I'll emphasize, just do it in one motion. Don't try and saw it or go real slow. Just make that cut and you'll be just fine. So there's the gate, it's ready to paint. Now we're gonna go ahead and make the fence part, and then we'll paint both of them at the same time. Since there's no bottom piece on the fence, we use the gate to determine where to place the fabric. Again, make sure you have the fabric on straight and that you cut with one steady motion. Please enjoy the ASMR portion of the video. Make sure you paint in short bursts. The lighter, the better. You do not need to put a heavy coat of paint on these pieces at all. So now it's just a simple matter of placing the piece down close to where you want it, poke some holes in your layout where you want the poles to go, and you're in business. A lot of my buildings on this layout aren't exactly secured onto it. You can probably see why. as I'm installing this fence. It just helps if you got to do some maintenance or whatever. If you can move a building, it's a big help if it's not glued down, because then you have a can of worms trying to fix all the scenery and everything. So there you go. Chain link fence. It's cheap and easy. Hope you enjoyed this video. Come back and check us out soon.